Hey everyone, Ray here, and it's time for this week's project management tip. This week, we're going to look at 7 tips for Agile project managers. Now, whether you're a project manager or a Scrum Master, if you're leading an Agile project, there are some critical things that you need to keep in mind. Some of these we've covered in the past, and some of them may be new, but here are 7 tips for Agile project managers. Repetition builds retention, so even if these seem old, think of them as new. Number 1, respect client deliverables. For Agile projects, the client is not just the organization providing your paycheck. The client is an integral part of the project team. Typically, someone from the client organization assumes the role of product owner. As we've discussed in my blog entry, 4 ways to respect your client deliverables. Be sure to respect their time, respect their wishes for product development, assess risks, and report results to them and deliver a quality project. Number 2, be careful of waste. Agile projects can have a great deal of waste, and it results from things like unnecessary handoffs to overly complex solutions hindered by red tape. Be sure to visit my past blog article, 10 Forms of Agile Waste to Avoid, for more details on the types of waste that are often present in Agile projects. Make all meetings great. As the 3rd tip, great meetings have goals. They bring a group of people together to solve problems, not just chat or pat themselves on the back. To solve problems requires the right people, those that are familiar with the problems and may have ideas about potential solutions. Great meetings need to be effective so they can achieve their goals. This usually means they have an agenda and should follow it. And perhaps most important, they should not be endless, but time-bound to create the right sense of urgency. And of course, all meetings should end with some action items. For more information, see my past article, Take Your Meetings from Good to Great. Number 4, don't neglect risk management. Regardless of your organization, industry, or project, including at least a short, great meeting to examine and analyze potential risks is important. While risk management has no guarantees of finding and stopping all risks, risks do have a positive side. Those are the opportunities, and they're worth considering. Plus, since you cannot identify all risks, the meeting should enable you to potentially handle risks not previously identified when they happen. To be proactive as possible, you may want to read my past article, 5 Tips for Improved Risk Management. These tips are applicable to all types of projects, Agile, Waterfall, Hybrid, and others. Number 5, follow standard processes and start new ones if necessary. More than a decade of project management research has shown that organizations that develop and follow standard processes are more successful. To avoid reinventing the wheel, be sure to research and identify the processes already in play in your organization. And most important, if there is some new work which does not have a standard process, take the lead in creating the first draft of a new one, then improve on it with each project you manage. Be sure to check out my past article, 5 Steps to Improve Project Management Maturity, for more ideas. Pictures are worth 1,000 words. This is tip number 6. Agile values delivery of customer value over documentation, so be sure you're on board. As they say, a picture can be worth 1,000 words. Agile requirements need to be lighter in the form of user stories and in product backlogs, plus process diagrams and other pictorial forms of documentation. Make a conscious effort to use more visual requirements as you manage Agile projects. And finally, tip number 7, plan for critical resources. Agile projects do not look at schedules from the same critical path method as more traditional projects. Instead, sprints are mapped out to provide a roadmap for the delivery of customer value. But in both types of projects, resource availability may be an issue. You may want to consider annotating roadmaps with any necessary expertise or other critical resources to remember to appropriately manage their availability. As you move forward with your Agile project, be sure to check out 5 tips to avoid common scheduling issues for more advice. As you continue your project management work, please check out my past article, 5 Tips to Improve Your Agile Project Management, for more ideas. Combined with these tips, they are your recipe for success with Agile projects. So thanks for listening and watching. Hope to see you next week for another project management tip. Take care.